What's up, everybody? Friendly Greens here, coming back at you on an update on the Gorilla Skittles from 420FastBuds. And as you see here, we are on day 63. So we're getting quite far along now on these gals. As you see, a lot of her bud sites are starting to show signs of flower definitely now. She is fattening up. And then you got her younger sister here. She's just, I would say, just about getting ready to start fattening up and making some buds and stuff. The leaves are happy now, which is a good thing. Still no sign of any nitrogen toxicity on either of the plants. Nice, healthy leaves. This one is a bit tad dark for the leaves, but I mean, she's still showing good signs of good health, so not particularly worried about that. We did do quite a bit of good popcorn like bud site removal like a week and a half ago, so I don't foresee this one growing any more foliage. This one though, a week and a half ago, we removed a lot of popcorn bud sites and a lot of big leaves. Like I did like a heavy kind of leaf defoliation on this one, and as you see, she's already leafed quite back up. This one I have been watering. I've been watering them both with a gallon of water now. I was doing a gallon and a half, but like I had covered in the last video, this pot I let dry out too long and the soil became hydrophobic. So I was having to water a whole gallon with this tiny turkey baster. As you see, only 30 milliliters can fit in this at a time. And you can imagine how long that takes to water in a whole gallon with just using the turkey baster. But after doing that for, I would say, about 2 to 3 waterings, the soil is no longer hydrophobic. Every time I water, I will water about half a gallon with just this very slowly, and then I can water in the rest of the gallon of water, and the soil sucks it all up and takes it in nicely. I do water till I have about like a 5 to 10% runoff, so not too much, but enough to where I'm not getting like a crazy salt buildup inside these pots here for these girls. I wish for this one that I would have tied down these sites a wee bit more and just spread them out, but I mean, what can you do? You live and you learn. We still have our light set to max setting, and we are running 20 hours on and 4 hours off. Same with the side lighting, those are set to max setting, and those are set to run 20 hours on, 4 hours off, the same as the big light. I do still have this little fan up here, turn the max to cool the driver. I have this AC Infinity clip-on fan set to, I believe, 7, and I'm just blowing it straight across because then that kind of spreads some of the wind all around evenly. I would use the oscillating mode, but I've had this fan for about 2 years now, and it makes the most god-awful clicking noise. I think something in the motor, the bearings or something wore out, and it just makes a horrendous noise. So, and then moving on to our carbon filter setup, we are exhausting out air, not bringing in air, and that is set to turn on at 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and for humidity it's set to turn on at 54%. So pretty good. We have this flap open, that flap closed over there, so with this one open, when this turns on and it sucks air, it'll bring in air from outside the tent and move it up through there like that, and then this fan also will blow around that nice fresh air that blows in through the tent or gets sucked through the tent. We are sitting at about 18 inches from the top canopy, from the top of the light right about here. We're sitting at 18 inches to the tallest bud sites on these plants. So these like smaller, like down low ones are probably like 19, 20 inches, which I'm not necessarily too worried about. I rather them get a tiny bit less light, like not very much less light to be honest, and then not burn or stress the tops of these ones out. But as you see, I mean, we have quite a load of bud sites on this auto here. She is quite stacking up nicely. I'll get a side shot of this. You can see she's stacking up pretty good. So I'm hoping that we get some good density out of this plant, because if we do, I'm thinking, I don't know, by the way she's looking, if we do get nice dense colas, I'm guessing around like 5-ounce range just off this one plant, which would be pretty cool. But you know, I'm not really in it for the weight. I'd rather have good quality and less yield. That's just me personally. Everyone has their own preferences. And you can kind of, let's see here if you can see it on the camera. You can definitely see it, my dog's hair in there. You can see some of the trichomes are starting to build on it, which is pretty nice to see. So she's starting to trike up a bit. It's not really too smelly in here yet. I would say like a mild kind of funk smell, not like a moldy funk or anything like that, but just like a funk, like a kind of like how like a cheese strain would smell, you know, just that funk. And then you got this one over here. She's not really letting off much smell, but I'm assuming she will start letting off some smells here soon. I mean, you can see on this one, she is starting to get some trikes forming on her as well. And as you can see from the side shot here, she's gonna start stacking up pretty nice. I do want to go through and remove some of these leaves to like free up some space, but I also don't want to mess up her continuing on stacking and building her colas. So I don't know, we might let this one ride out for a little bit and see how well it goes, but I'm kind of leaning towards removing some of these leaves, because I mean, see there, we got a bunch of pile leaves there, bunch of pile leaves there. It's just going to be very poor airflow management. I like to kind of get it to like this, where you'll see spots of the soil through the top part of the canopy, so you can let the soil breathe and everything, and then the humidity is not getting trapped up underneath the canopy there. But this is the update on the Gorilla Zkittlez by 420FastBuds. And if you guys liked, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps my channel out greatly and the whole growing community as a whole. And I will catch you all in another video. Later, guys.